This time on the new format of Digital Futures, I'm on a mission to grill two incredibly clever experts on some of the more debatable and contentious aspects of the Internet of Things, which, by the way, I'll refer to as IoT throughout this episode. Wireless sensors are being used on everything, from farmers putting digital collars on sheep, to scarves that you can set to vibrate and give out heat, and, wait for it, a smart belt that will automatically loosen up if you've eaten a big meal. And no, I am not kidding about the last one. Now here on Digital Futures, we want to demystify IoT tech for folks like my mum, for instance, who aren't digital natives and yet want to understand how this is going to impact their day-to-day lives. To do this, I've tracked down Professor Misha Dola of King's College, who is also a fellow and distinguished lecturer with the world's largest professional association for the advancement of tech, and a co-founder and on the board of IoT outfit WorldSensing. Misha, thank you for being here. And our second pro, Dominique Guinard, who is the Web of Things pioneer and co-founder of an award-winning IoT startup called EVRYTHNG that connects any consumer product to the web. Guys, thank you for doing this. Now, for those of you watching, we'll cut to a graphic that charts the explosion of the IoT space. Misha and Dominique, can each of you maybe give me one striking takeaway from this?
The Internet of Things, currently everybody thinks about things, right? And about how to connect them, and we'll be hearing a lot about it. But you know, in 10 years' time, when really these numbers start to kick in, we will forget about these things. We'll forget about the connectivity. It will just all be about opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that it's an unprecedented scale, right? I mean, 50 billion devices connected to the internet. Imagine just 1 million devices connected to the internet, and devices are very chatty. Unlike humans, when they chat regularly and forever. I mean, some humans do as well, but and you know, 1 million devices sending an update every second. That is a lot of load already. That's about, if you want a number, that's about 300 times what Twitter has to handle as, you know, tweets coming in, right?
So Dominic, when Misha and I were chatting earlier this week, and this gets a little bit controversial, he said, and I quote, "There is no horizontal IoT market and won't be for years to come." What's your take on that?
I mean, given I specialize in horizontal solutions for the IoT market, I have to disagree, but I think I have to agree also partially. So it depends what level you consider, right? I think there'll be a substrate of protocols, communication systems, application layers, semantic, that can be the same and should be the same. Otherwise, how do you want to scale that? How do you want to pipe these different data sources into places where you can analyze them? So I think there'll be both, actually. There'll be a basis on which you have to build then vertical solutions.
I think it will come, the horizontal IoT. I hope it will come because the big opportunities come there. But what pays the money today? So what's the business model around this? This is really around some very specific industrial headaches, right? So even some stuff which everything is running is actually, in a sense, a B2B contract, which then leverages onto the consumer in some sense, but it is not the consumer who's actually making use of that today. That is what I mean.
Now, Misha, let's talk about context-rich systems. This is meant to be a big area to watch, but demystify it, please, for the people watching, and tell us why we should care.
Context-rich systems, it's all about some aura, digital aura, helping you with your everyday tasks, making you more efficient, more effective, and clearly that is based on some very dramatic intelligence somewhere in the background. We don't know yet where to place it. We're not sure yet how to do it, really. And it's also based on a lot of sensor stream data, right? So the more data you have, the more information you have, essentially, or about everything which is around you, the better decisions you can draw. We have like 5 sensors. Some people may have 6 sensors. And if you have like 5 sensors, 6 sensors, then they can help you to draw decisions, essentially, and maybe be your digital PA in a sense.
Misha, I'd love for you to close this episode for us by describing really quickly one very unusual application of IoT technology that you hope to see in the next year or two, and feel free to be quite ambitious.
You know, I'll give you an example which I think will be very good for the consumers, but the consumers are not humans, they're actually machines. What I would love to see one day is a kind of a matchmaking service between sensors and machine. Imagine a battery looking for a sensor looking for another sensor. Now that would be brilliant, right?
I love it. Misha, Dom, thank you guys for being in my hot seat today. I think we sparked off a really good debate here, and that's exactly what I want to see. And thank you for watching.